Now, good morning, everyone. Now, my name is Mr. George, and I'll be teaching you social studies today. So, we'll be looking at the topic food safety. Now, have you ever been in a situation that after eating a meal, you discover that your tummy is paining you, and you'll be complaining to mommy and so on, that your tummy is hurting you, you're feeling pains, and so on. And sometimes mommy will ask you, what did you eat? And you tell mommy, oh, I just ate the food you left for me and so on. And she'll be like, what's wrong? Mommy, I don't know, my tummy is hurting me. Sometimes we need to check if that food that we ate is safe. Are you getting me? So let us look at the topic, what? Food safety. Are you getting me? So meaning that every food we eat must be safe. If the food is not safe, you're in danger. So let's start the class. Take a ride with me. Now, first of all, let us look at the specific objective. It says what? Define food safety. Now, number 2, list foods that are not safe to eat. Now, mention ways of ensuring food safety. Now, let's take a first step, which is definition of what? Food safety. So, I would read. So, join me. Food safety is the proper keeping of food and drinks from those things that could harm us. So, what are those things that could harm us? Said keeping our food and drinks safe from those things that could harm us. Now, we should check it. What are those things that could harm us? Number 1, germs. When we expose our food, they enter into our food, and when we eat it, we start having problems. And flies. Anytime you see flies, it just touch on your food and so on. And so you can see that sometimes you don't even want to eat that food, and maybe unknowingly you don't know that a fly perched on your food, and you went ahead to eat that food. You can see that we'll start having problems. So it means that we must keep our food safe, keeping it properly from things that could contaminate it, from things that could cause side effects on us. So it also means cooking and keeping our food and drinks in a clean way. It means that everything we put in our mouth, we must ensure that it is neat, it is properly cooked, it is well cleaned, so that we don't put ourselves into trouble. Okay? So now let us take a ride again. Now, can you look at this picture? Now, the picture shows that the lady is washing her fruits. She bought it in the market. You can see sometimes when you join mommy for a ride to go to the market, and she's buying food stuff, and she decided to buy fruits. Now, you will discover that at the stand where you're looking at the fruits, you see that there are flies perching on the fruits and so on. And when you get home, you see that mom will tell you, okay, get the fruits, get me salt to wash the fruits and so on. And after washing the fruits, mom will now tell you, you can now eat the fruits. So you can see that is the same thing that this woman is doing right here in this image. Now, meaning that every food we eat, we must make it clean. We must keep it clean. We must wash it. Are you getting it? Now, let's look at the first step. List of food that are not safe to eat. What are those foods that are not safe for us to eat? Are you getting me? First of all is adulterated food. They are food that are not good for consumption because of its poor quality. These are foods that are not good for you to consume. You can see that there are certain food that are not good because it doesn't meet the required quality. Now you can see the image here. There are 2 images. Number 1, we have the pure milk and adulterated milk. Now look at the picture. The one marked good, you can see that the image there, the milk there is creamy, somehow white, and so on. But when you look at the other one marked bad, you can see that it is not creamy, it's not as white as the other. You can see that is an adulterated milk. It means, it's a sign that we should not consume this. It is not good for our health. It is not good for our health at all. So it means that we must not eat adulterated food. Are you getting me? We must not eat adulterated food. Now, the next food we should not eat are contaminated food. You can see the mold that is growing on the tomato there. Oh, Because see, sometimes when you're looking at your food, you just see those bright substances and you're like, oh my god, I can't eat this. Yes, these are foods that are impure, contaminated food. These are foods that are impure because it is exposed to what? Germs. And you don't want to eat germs, right? Tell me the truth. You want to eat germs? No. So it means that you must eat food that are not exposed to germs. So these are foods that you should not eat, contaminated food. Now, the next is what? Unlabeled food. Now, it means that what every food we eat must be labeled, meaning that you must know the company, you must know the product, and you must know the expiration date of that food. Now, you can see that sometimes when you look at the food, you will always see that they put some markings at the bottom of the container. You see date of production, expiration date, and so on. It is for your own good. You must know all these things about that food. If you don't find it on the container, do not consume. Are you getting me? Please do not what? Consume. If you don't find the manufacture date and the expiration date, do not what? Consume such food. Now you can see the difference now. One has one has labels on it and the other does not have the label on it. So if I were you, which one would you pick? If I guess, I think I'll pick the one with what? Labels. Are you getting me? Thank you. So now let's look at the next one. Expired food. Oh my god, can you see the bread? Oh my god, I can't eat this. And I believe you don't want to eat such kind of food. Do you? Now, look at this bread. If I give it to you, would you eat? No. Why? It has expired. You don't want to eat expired food, do you? Because if you eat expired food, you'll be ill. Do you want to go to the hospital? I bet you don't want to go to the hospital. You don't even like the hospital at all. So do not eat what? Expired food. Are you getting me? Look at the bread. It's not nice, right? It's not even looking neat and pleasant for you. So do not eat what? Expired food. Now, I want to look at ways of ensuring what? Food safety. What are the things we should do? What are the steps we should take to ensure that the food we eat are safe and convenient for us to consume? Are you getting me? I believe you want to eat a nice plate of rice that is neat. You see meat, fish, salad on it, right? And it's pleasant to your eyes, isn't it? Yes. So there are certain things you must do if you want to eat such kind of food. First of all, if you want to ensure that your food is safe, are you getting me? Always check for what? The expiration dates. If it is your biscuits, check it. Date of the manufacture date 11 January 2020. Expiration date June 5th 2020. So if it goes beyond June 5th, do not eat that biscuit. So first of all, you must check the expiration date. You can see the man there in the image there. He's checking the expiration date, the label. Oh, has this food expired and so on. Yes, that is what you're meant to do. Always make sure you check the label and check the expiration date of that food, especially canned food. Things like your sardine and so on. Okay? Then you should also check if the food is spoiled or if it is bad. You can see the picture there, the image. You can see, I believe that's an apple. We have a good apple and a bad one. So you should always check if the fruit or the food you want to consume is good or if it's bad. If it is good, you eat. If it is bad, don't do that at all. Don't even dare put it in your mouth. Even though you are hungry, don't even dare at all put it in your mouth. If it is bad, you throw it away into the dustbin. Are you getting me? Or else you want to be ill. I believe you don't want to be ill at all, right? Good. So check if the food is good or if it is bad. Now the next thing we should do, we should always make sure we wash our hands before cooking and after cooking. Okay? Always make sure, tell mommy, if mommy is trying to cook, tell mommy, please, can you just wash your hands before you make the meal, please? You can see that when we look at you, and next thing, she says, okay, I think my child is now intelligent to tell me to wash my hands, and she will do it. So always ensure, and in fact, when you grow up to the stage of cooking, always ensure that you wash your hands before you cook, and also ensure that you wash your hands after cooking. Or do you like the smell of meat on your hands? So before you cook your food and after you cook your food, make sure you wash your hands. You can see the image there. The woman there is washing her hands. Now the next thing to do to ensure that you are eating a good food and a food that is safe for your body and health is to make sure that the environment you're preparing that food is neat. Do you want to do you like eating in a place where there are so many flies as you're eating your rice, the fly? I believe it. You don't like it at all. Are you getting me? So make sure that you keep your environment clean so that the food will be prepared in a clean environment. Do you know why you don't want flies to be around you when you're cooking? Because when they perch on your food, they put germs, and when you eat it, you're going to have what? Issues with your tongue. Are you getting me? So always make sure that the environment is neat. Then you can see the image there. Do not expose your food to germs. So anytime mommy dishes out food on the table, always make sure that the food is closed or covered. Are you getting me? Now the next thing, always make sure that the food is put into the refrigerator so that the food will be preserved. You can see that sometimes warm temperatures make our food to get spoiled easily. So it is nice we put it in the refrigerator. When you put your food in the refrigerator, you'll see that it will help in preserving your food. It will not create a room for bacteria or germs to grow on your food. Okay? Are you getting me? Always make sure that you preserve your food in the refrigerator. Now, assignments. So hope you enjoyed my class. So now let us look at the assignments. List 4 examples of food not safe for eating. So tell me the food that are not safe for you to eat, okay? I'm getting me. Yes. Then mention 4 steps to take. 4 steps to take to ensure that our food is safe. So tell me things you would do to make sure that the food you put in your mouth is safe for you. Okay? Are you getting me? Thank you very much and have a wonderful day.